Okay, good afternoon. Magandang hapon sa inyo. I'd like to call this press briefing to order. Uh, we have with us, of course, our partner from Albay, representing the governor, si Cedric Tayep. And on my left is Commodore Rabusa of the Navy, Colonel Parnasio of the Philippine Army, the Colonel Peña Redondo also of the Philippine Army, the 2nd Infantry Battalion Commander, and our Air Force Component Commander, Colonel Angeles. So very briefly, I'd just like to give region-wide, I don't know, bago si Cedric, initial effects of tropical, ano ba siya kanina? Typhoon Ruby in the Bicol region. So we have monitored initially 5 incidents, no, due to Ruby. So there were cancellation of sea trips and flights starting December 5, and then power interruption in almost all provinces was noted which started December 6, no. This is due to the deliberate power shutdown as a form of preventive measure. Then there are some road blockages, and then we have initial damage to agriculture. So on the affected population, our data shows, but is still subject to for validation with DSWD. We have a total of 753 barangays affected, and we are using around 1,936 evacuation centers region-wide. So as of 12 noon, we have around 215,354 families, no, that are being served at the different evacuation centers, translating to around 997,000 individuals. Kasama na dito yung inside the evacuation centers and outside. But this still will be counter-checked or validated by our DSWD. So as far as stranded passengers are concerned, we have a total number of 341 passengers stranded at different ports, 58 rolling cargos, 13 vessels, and a number of 19 smaller vessels that are taking shelter at our different shelter areas. So as of December 4, almost all classes at all levels were suspended in all LGUs, provinces. For agriculture, as of yesterday, initial damage report, production loss already reached around 90 million, 463,710 million pesos. Total affected area is 5,643.8 hectares. So ang pinakamalaki pa rin dito is rice, which accounted for 64 million pesos. So yun po. We have some damages or lifelines that were damaged in Albay due to electric posts na natapol. We have floodings in Bato, Catanduanes, Viga, Panganiban, Bagamanok, and Karamuran. Yun lang po ang initial, and we have initial information also from Masbate na merong flooding, but as we speak hindi pa po tapos yung Ruby kay Masbate. So yun po, and we have 3 provinces already declaring a state of calamity: Albay, Camarines Sur, and Catanduanes. That is as of yesterday. So yun po ang initial effect ni Ruby Bicol-wide. And the regional council with DSWD, DILG, DOH, and Uniform Services, the AFP are on standby for any eventuality. So we are still on red alert because as we speak, the threat of Ruby is still not, hindi pa po tapos, no, for Bicol. Nasa Masbate area pa siya. So, yan lang ang ating situationer as of this hour. So, Cedric for Albay.
Yeah, on behalf of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council of Albay, and on behalf of Governor Joey Salceda, Chairman and Governor, PDRMC Chair and Governor Province of Albay, I would like to announce the PDRMC Advisory Number 5, dated December 7, 2014, as of this afternoon. The first instruction on this, under this Advisory Number 5 is we are going to decamp now all the population evacuated in connection with Typhoon Ruby, but they need to avoid the flood because there is no more wind strength that would warrant a threat for the area of the province. And based from our discussion with Pag-asa just a while ago, the remaining threat that would be seen in connection with this Typhoon Ruby is just the flooding, which rainfall cannot even warrant for a stronger severity for now. And the flood justification, why? Because the typhoon will still bring us rainfall, and we are anticipating that it might also enhance the northeasterly wind or northeast monsoon, which can also bring us rainfall even if the storm will pass Masbate. And then the second instruction is class suspension are maintained, meaning we will still have our classes suspended by tomorrow. And this is as consulted with DepEd Superintendent Bibs Centillas through our exchange of conversation through telephone, exchange of information through telephone conversation and text messages a few hours ago. And then for the advisory on work for government and private sectors, the instruction under number 3 will be back to work for everybody. Private and government will be back to work starting tomorrow. And since there are isolations of power, commercial power for the province of Albay, the number 4 instruction here is notifying APEC, SMEC, to lift isolation-driven power curtailment. So meaning we are recommending that the isolation of commercial power be back. Meaning we'll resume, the power will be recommended to return to normal. And then number 5 here, because we are also exercising some events on tourism, we had suspended twice the tourism event called Karangahan in the province of Albay in connection with Typhoon Ruby. So for Karangahan opening, this will be adjusted further to December 10. This is the order signed by the governor, countersigned by myself, the 5 instructions under PDRMC Advisory Number 5. Okay. Any question?
So, sir, in terms of decampment of the total evacuees of more than 120,000 families, so 100% or remaining yung threat of flood? Can you clarify, please?
The decampment will be 100%, but they need to avoid flood, except those evacuated because of the 6-kilometer radius permanent danger zone in Mayon volcano, except those remaining from the 6-kilometer radius permanent danger zone. Yeah, this afternoon. And in fact, Kamalig and Ligao are already in the process of decampment while we were on the way back to office. The threat remains on flood, but the rainfall is not so severe, and therefore we can have this decampment done. The wind is not so strong as it is still being maintained. Actually, the typhoon remains in Masbate, but there is no strong wind as of now based on the instrument observed in Pag-asa Station and Masbate Station. No, they can avoid they can go back, but they must avoid those areas flooded, but they can go back home. Yes, sir.
Bicol wide or the Bicol region, there is still no reported casualty as we speak.
Yeah, because even for the forecast of Pag-asa, the forecast for the rain would be to the maximum of 30 millimeters per hour, while the mud flow will be generated by a rainfall of 60 millimeters per hour. And even the landslide would be generated by a rainfall cumulative to 220 to 240 millimeters. We're not yet saying that the worst situation is over, but for now, we cannot see any situation of threat on landslide and mud flow.
Sir, about the provision of relief goods, it's valid until today or hanggang bukas?
They were given already yesterday with 5 kilos of rice distributed to the local government units from the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office of Albay. So that will be valid because this is only a short duration evacuation. And this is only until now. They are decamped effective today. This is just a recommendation notifying APEC to lift isolation-driven power curtailment. This remains the decision of APEC. This is just a recommendation. Alan. Ano? You have any clarification question from the other members of the RDRRMC?
I would like to validate the order. As of 3 p.m. this afternoon, we started the decampment in Ligao, Tabaco, and also in Camarig. So we have dispatched or deployed already military trucks in those towns.
Sir,
Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, we have more or less 30 for dispatch in priority areas of evacuation camps.
sir, expected to complete the development until what time? To be completed?
We are not sure, but with the help of the LGU transport services, perhaps we can do that till tomorrow. Till tomorrow, perhaps. Medyo maggagabi na eh, kaya...
So with that, no, so that ends our press con briefing for this afternoon. Oh.